Ooh, please work. There we go. Alright. So if you don't recognize this, it's because this is actual Skyrim. Not Solitude in our game, it's Skyrim. And I wanted to just compare it and show you guys a little bit about how it differs and how similar it is. For example, here we have the winking skeever, which is no longer in our game, but we do have a bar there. This is where the bank is. Here it's the alchemy shop. And we have this whole section, you know, this section here, this is where we turn in our writ stuff. Over here, in reality, this was where the first time you come in here, somebody gets their head chopped off. Isn't that nice? Nowadays, now we just turn in our writs here. It's a little dark, so it might not be good for showing you this, but I can always wait till it brightens up a little bit for some of it, but we'll go into Proudspire so I can show you what Proudspire looks like. This is, I think, the Mage's Guild? It's something, I forget what. But here's Proudspire. Whoops. Helps if you go up the stairs, Care. Alright, here we go. So, let me put down my light. Because we really don't need it indoors like that. Maybe we do. Wow, that's pretty dark. Alright, so we've got, this is Proudspire in the game, in Skyrim. So you first come in. It's a little different, not totally, but a little different. Good morning. I'm comparing Proudspire in Skyrim versus Proudspire in our game. This gives you a little bit of a sense of what Proudspire really looked like. It's pretty much identical. And here you see this is the outdoor piece, this is the patio, except here there's stairs down. But this patio is pretty similar. Let me wait a few hours so that you guys can see what it looks like during the daytime. Whoops, I didn't wait long enough. Maybe I did. Yeah, I did, okay. So this is what it really looks like if you're looking out the window from the patio of Proudspire. Sorry it's choppy, it's going to be because I'm running too many things at once. It's kind of having a little bit of a heart attack. Yeah, so the view I happen to notice is exactly the same. So if you get over to this window, you can't really see it too well, but you can see the Blue Palace from here. It's a little choppy though, see? Okay. Since I'm on early, I figured I'd show you guys some of the things to remember, things that, you know, is it similar? Is it different? So here we go. This is Proudspire. And this little section here is here. This little offshoot to the basement. And then this is the standard, you know, furnishing. You can have it add furnishings, and this is the standard build. Here's the side room in the basement. That's the same, except this is a little smaller. I think the side room in the basement is actually bigger than this. up we go. This is the top floor. I'd say, wow, even that's the same. I'd say that they did a pretty damn good job. They're missing this room. There's a million mods in this. And then this is in this way. I have a million mods in this, but this looks fairly similar. So I figured I'd show you guys some of the similarities or differences. This is not vanilla Skyrim, so be aware of that. But look at the houses across the street. Isn't that like too funny? Because it's exactly the same. The houses across the street from Proudspire are the same. You got to remember, this is 2,000 years later after what happens in ESO, so this is pretty impressive. This is the antiquarians building in our game, and here's the palace. The palace is pretty much identical, except maybe a few extra rooms. I was a little annoyed. Yesterday I went looking at Fort Amol in the game in ESO. Compared to Fort Amol in here, it's like a zillion times different. So as you can see, this is pretty darn similar. This is that weird extra room with nothing in it in ESO. And then this is the Jarl's room in ESO. Good morning, Shenzi. I'm just showing off the similarities and differences. I'll show you the, real quick, we'll go over to the Bard's College. Yeah, get out of my way. Sorry for the load times and a little bit of the choppiness. It is with 500 mods, there's a ton to load. So you gotta figure that this is doing a number on my computer. It's raining. This is the Bard's College. This little piece in the back is where you have the burning of St. Olaf. But this is where you do the quest line for all of the museum pieces. Good morning. That would be all here. As you can tell, that's not how this looks. They must have busted down all of these things to be able to put the museum here, because this is just not possible. Yeah, it was. Otherwise, it's pretty darn similar. Yay! Congrats! So, I mean, it's very, 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 very similar. Like, this could be identical. Let's look at Markarth. I'm really interested in showing you guys this stuff because it's so interesting to me. The comparisons and some of the dwarven the dwarven zones are scary similar. I want to show you something from Underreach to, or under Blackreach, whatever the frig it's called. Alright, so this is white when you walk into Markarth. Should look fairly similar. There's very little that's different about this. You walk up this street, and here's where the merchant is. This is exactly where the merchant is in our game. And then the bank, I think is right here, and this is also the bank here. So it's like scary how similar it is. Yeah, this is Skyrim. Yeah, the second floor, this should be where they're going to put the Aerie. Is right about here. This would be the Aerie here. It's Nepos, the Nose's house. But you can see where they have the Hersine's temple and all of that from here. Now, in Hey Dropstitch, in this game, your house is here. It's Lindrel Hall. It isn't going to be the Lindrel Hall in ESO. In ESO, it's the Aerie, and it's the house next to this. So you don't get the traditional home that you normally get, which is this one. A nice, cozy, small house with, you know, whatever. This is a very cozy, small house. This is not like what you get in ESO. Don't I agree with you completely? Believe me, I 100% agree with you. I think they should have. This one would have been nicer. It's cozy, it's small, it's got a lot going for it, and I think they could have done a really good job with it. Look at that light. Look familiar? It's like they copied it exactly, right? Kind of eerie how similar it is. Oh, I have a ton of mods. A whole ton of mods. But I try to keep it mostly similar. Like, I haven't changed the structure of this area. I just changed the way it looks. Like, the walls are different textures, nicer textures. Everything is slightly nicer kind of thing. Right under here, go around, you'll note this is where, this is the same place. This is the, alright. So right here is the Warrens. This is where we have our shops and the way shrine. Oh no, that's the mine. It's next to the hell are the Warrens? There they are. I think. Forgive me. It's been a while. Yeah, this is the Warrens. So this is where you port in. They've ripped out the homeless shelter, which is essentially what this is. And put in shops and whatnot. So, but, you know, Skyrim's 2,000 years past ours. So, you know, actually they put in yeah, they actually put in the Warrens 2,000 years later. They lost the shops, put in the Warrens. That's the same. And then right across here is where the craftsmanship area would be. Here it's nothing really. Be crossing up, but there isn't anything really there, so I can't really show it to you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to show you I mean, it's scary how similar things are, you know? It's just really eerie. I was annoyed about Fort Amol because I went there in game, and it looks. Well, Fort Amol would be in Windhelm area, East March. Where are you, Fort Amol? Actually, you know what I can do? Find location. Oh, it never works. Forgive me. Yes. Yep. I'm early, so I figured I'd show you guys some of the familiar places we have. Fort Amol, if you remember, has a bunch of buildings just spread out over the area, and then they have a fenced-in area, which, frankly, you could say this is fenced in, right? But the center building in Fort Amol is in ESO, a giant Nordic gorgeous building. This is not a giant gorgeous Nordic building. This is a traditional fort. If you go in, you get a very dark, typical Nordic fort. I've been trying to put my finger on what exactly are the walls and ceiling. I've been unable to really figure it out. I can't tell if it's like a mortar kind of situation. Parts of it look carved out of either rock or wood. I can't put my finger on it, but I've been trying to figure it out. My husband says I'm thinking too hard about this stuff, but I want to know. I'm curious. If you look at the outside, it's definitely some sort of stonework. Not really sure. It's got to be mortar and rock, I figure. The other one I wanted to show you was, I think Zolft is over here. Yeah. No, I think so too. I agree with you. I think that's what it is also. I don't know what they intended. I did some searches, and so did my husband, and what came up was basically, the only things that showed up were people who do mods asking what to make the roofs out of in Skyrim. So that really didn't help. If we take the elevator down here, we should be able to get to Blackreach. But this is a typical dwarven ruin. Look at those, exactly the same, right? Sorry about the dead guy. I didn't kill him, he was dead already. I didn't do it. Oh, those lamps are just, I mean, they could have taken the asset out and put it directly in, you know? It looks so much the same. I'm trying to find the elevator. Where's the elevator? Maybe not. Maybe I can load up a save from when I was in Blackreach. Here we go. Tower of Mizark. Yes. Doesn't it though? how you carve stone and make it stay. You know what I mean? Like, you would think that it wouldn't make, like, it wouldn't survive those winters. Ignore my error codes. All right, so this is Blackreach. Let me get out of this mess over here. There's something specific I want to show you. That. You see it? Look at those two, they're identical. Oopsie doodle. I saw that and I was like, oh shit, that's where it came from. Who knew? Who you killing? I don't care who you're killing. You do it by yourself there, buddy. I'm not taking part in this. I have a tour to put on. I like the different colored mushrooms. I don't feel like we have a lot of that. Hold on, I'm cheating. Just to be able to do a tour, I'm cheating a little bit. The other thing I like about this version is it's not so friggin' blinding, right? It's cool looking, but it's not blinding the way that the Dwarven Sun is in our game. It's pretty. Let me turn something off. All right, I'm gonna show you Riften and then we'll stop. Was a hero save? Why can I not fast travel? Oh, screw you. I'm loading up another game then. How many soul gems can you fit in your mouth? My record is 3. That's a lot. I wonder what size. If he's talking petty or lesser soul gems, that's not as impressive. All right, so where are we right now? We're in south of Dragon Bridge. So we're south of Dragon Bridge in this. Oops. Okay. Really pretty. But I'm trying to get us to Riften. Morthal is also very similar. But Riften, I think, is the... Riften just feels like home in a lot of ways. I wonder if they, like, took pictures or if they're actually, like, load up and play Skyrim to get ideas for the dwarven stuff. You know what I mean? So this is the entrance to Riften. Now remember, this is 2,000 years after after our game. Whoops. Why do I have a lute on my back? Where did this lute come from? I don't want your loot. Anyway. See how it has that little lake thing going on? And then down here, that's where the Jarl's place is. And down here is the, you know, the little ratway. That's actually in our game now too, the ratway. This is right where the shops are. If you go out this exit, and where the Jarl's house is, there should be an exit right next to it. Yeah, here. This is where our shops are. Honeyside. Honeyside. We don't have a Honeyside, though. I wish we did. What's really nice about this area is it has a birch forest, and it's stunning. Skyrim. I'm showing people similar places that are from... Look at the leaves falling. This is Skyrim. This is where our shops are, right along here. I'll turn off my torch again. Yeah. This farm is here. This particular farm is still here in our game. I mean, the area around Riften is so stunning, it's hard to get over it. I don't know if you guys are as into this as me. I won't stay on here forever. I just wanted to show you guys some of the more beautiful and familiar locations. If anyone has any requests, I can check them out. I haven't been to Sovngarde yet, so I can't help you with that, but... It kind of makes you think, my lord, everything in ESO is a little cartoony comparatively, which makes me sad. So here is where, oh my goodness, look how beautiful that is. I can't get over how pretty it is. I just can't. Maybe I'm just being nostalgic, but to me this does not look like a 20-plus-year-old game to me. Then again, I have tons of add-ons in it, but still, it feels so much more just normal to me. I think we have Morthal in our game. I can show you Morthal, I can show you Windhelm. Windhelm isn't very good. It is really not comparable to what we have going on with the Jorvanger or whatever the hell it is that we have going on. It does not look the same. I don't think we have Winterhold. We do have Morthal though. If I can find Morthal. Here it is. Now remember, Morthal is swamp. In our game, Morthal is frozen swamp, but it is swamp. So it's not as pretty as the birch forest, but it's something. Although, this does look fairly whatever. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna wait till daytime. Still snowing. Maybe I made a mistake. So here you come into Morthal. Just happens to be a snowy day in Morthal. This is the main road, but then you'll note we start getting, because Morthal is over the water. So this is where that guy who was naked was standing in the game. Remember when like Morthal first came out, there was a guy who was standing right here and he was naked by accident. That's where he's from, and that very spot there. And then this is how there's a mill in our game as well. When you first come over the bridge and come into Morthal, there's the mill. It's the same. So that's the same. It's kind of hard to recognize otherwise, but it is the same. It's just crappy weather out. That's the problem. Sorry about the weather. And then this is the inn, which does not look like our inns. Our inns have these weird levels to them. But this is how, this one is all just one level. I mean, it's just one room. Ours do not look like this does not look like the inn in Morthal, right? This is completely different. But anyway, unless there's anything you guys want to see specifically, yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, some of the most beautiful places I've seen, I would love to show you them all, but I don't want to bother anybody. Because I know you guys don't come here to see this, you know. But there's so many beautiful, beautiful places. One of my favorites, of course, is Riverwood. Riverwood is the first town you go to. We don't have a Riverwood, but Riverwood is so iconic. And it's just, it's beautiful. You've got the sounds sound pretty, everything sounds nice. I hope it stops raining. Nope, didn't stop raining. Ruin it, man. Totally ruining it. What time is it? Oh man. Yeah. Do you want to see Whiterun? I mean, we can go to Whiterun if you like. It just isn't stopping raining. So this is Riverwood. I want you guys to be able to see it in the sun. Get this rain out of the way. There we go. Let's get a little more light in here. But this is your iconic Riverwood. Here's the in... Let me show you something that's in vanilla that I've always loved. It's one of my favorite things in all of vanilla. You know when you first come down here and you meet up with Ingen and what's his butt? You sit right here. This is where the guy talks to his sister and everything. Look at this. This is in vanilla. If I can get a good... Oh, I can't believe I don't have enough light. I always carry a torch for a reason because it's so hard to see things. See those ants? That's vanilla. That is not from an add-on. Wasn't that amazing that they had that kind of detail? Such a little thing that maybe nobody would have noticed. I noticed it the first time I was playing. I was so blown away. It's like, holy crap, really? They put that kind of detail on this? And they did. My favorite detail. Alright, Delicia. You want to go to Whiterun, we'll go to Whiterun. It's not that far. We don't have Whiterun yet. I wish we did. So here's Whiterun. It's a little bright this morning. This is the interior of Breezehome, which I've created a duplicate of. Now remember, this isn't the plain Breezehome. This was, I have add-ons. But it's pretty darn similar, and I've recreated it in the game. Actually, I needed to grab something from here anyway. If I remember where it is. Whoops. Ah. I have the same problems I have in the real game. I can't walk to save my life. Alright. I donated Lydia to the... I sent her away to become the dragon, one of the dragon guard. So she's stuck. So I didn't have to deal with her ever again. We'll run around Whiterun real quick, but... Delicia, you missed Riften, and Riften is truly the most beautiful place in this game. It really is. With the birch trees and the floating leaves, and oh my god, it's just enough to kill you. Good morning. I did not yet kill Screamy McScreamerfin. Sorry about that. I should. But I didn't. And that's Jorvaskr, where the companions are. Looks like a boat. An upside down boat. Jorvaskr. Alright, let's see, is there anywhere else in the game? There is a Beatharzel, but unfortunately the Beatharzel is actually, not seeable, which is annoying. Dragon Bridge is in the game, but it doesn't look anything like our Dragon Bridge. Nara's kittied past? I didn't know. I'm sorry. Trying to see where we know. Shore Stone is in our game. You may not recognize it, but it's... Seems to be a lot of that going around. This is Shore's Stone in this game. Now, keep in mind, Shore's Stone in our game is a mining town. It doesn't look much like this, but it's 2,000 years later. You can't expect things to look identical 2,000 years later. But yeah, potatoes open. Go ahead and hit it up. I'm using add-ons, yeah, definitely, but it doesn't look bad. That's the thing. Like, it still looks pretty darn good even without add-ons. I mean, add-ons certainly help, but this is very much reminds me of what it looks like. I don't know. To me, it looks about the same. But there's so much detail, and it's so beautiful. I mean, oh, you're welcome. We'll leave in a minute. I just wanted to walk through Shore's Stone a little bit. I know what I want to... So you guys remember that just the... He's all right. He's right here, running around like a lunatic. Turn around, buddy. Apparently he tastes good. Alright, I'm gonna log, and we'll get on the game. Get in the game. AutoZone? Come on. Unload your boat. Doesn't want to quit. It is too legit to not quit. This is the problem when you have 80 bajillion add-ons. Mods, whatever. Hold on a second, I'm gonna force close it. There we go. Done. I took that picture in Wisconsin. Aw, ex-boyfriend's kitten. She was named Chai. And that was my meadow. She lived to 20 years old. She was a very good girl. Look, that's the inside of Vindrel Hall, basically. Sure. I think I might have already. I'm not sure. I am going to go over to EU, but I do want to show you guys some comparison shots of things. because now we've looked at them on the game. Oh, I wanted to tell you this story. This was kind of a funny story. So, I'm sorry, I was showing Skyrim, so it wasn't like I was actually playing this. I didn't look at any houses yet. So, this is a funny thing. Let me get the picture. So, what happened here is I came home and my steward is cooking. See, she's cooking over here. And a bandit broke into my house. And my steward turned around, slammed her with her knife, and then went back to cooking as if there wasn't blood and everything all over the floor. And I'm like, okay, that was terrifying and creepy. Whatever. Yeah. But I also took pictures of some things for you. Whoops. Whoa, I don't want to record. I don't. Stop recording. I didn't get them. They got them. I didn't do that. Did it crash? Tell me if it crashed. Okay. Then, look at this. Some things don't change. Look at that building area right there. And then here's the sun. I just took, okay, so here's the dwarven sun in Skyrim. This is actually in Blackreach. I just showed it to you in person, but for those of you who may have missed it, the exact asset is actually in the game, in Skyrim. Then I took this picture of Solitude. This is a picture of the Solitude Arch with the blue palace and everything. I just thought it was a really pretty picture, so. Then I took pictures of these guys because they're identical. Then I showed you guys this the other day. Some building errors they just exist. And then this guy just looked like he was doing a dance move when he died. Cracked me up. That's just me. This is just a panorama view. This is outside of Whiterun, a panorama view. And then I got really into the birch forest, as you can probably tell. I love the birch forest. And that's it. All right. Back to the real world. Now I'm going to show you some things that I want to show you because we just looked at it in the real life in the game. It is, isn't it? It's barely lit at all in our game. Now this is Fort Amal that we looked at. It was that was the one where I was trying to figure out what the roof was. It's like a carved stone castle, essentially, surrounded by a carved stone fencing, wall, whatever. This is what it looks like 2,000 years earlier, which, frankly, things change. That's okay. You'll see here we have lots of outbuildings. That's fine. Makes perfect sense. And there's the fort up ahead, right? Okay, so they have a much nicer fort walls than we had. Ours are falling down by the time and don't have any of the nice roof bits. Fine, fine, I get it. Things change, I understand. Things fall apart. But then, look at that. That's what the fort looks like in our game. There's no similarity whatsoever. They're like, ah, hell with it. We'll just make a nice, pretty Nordic house. We're not going to bother with making it look anything like a fort from Skyrim. Really, guys? That just bugs the hell out of me. It shouldn't, but it does. And then, for those of you who don't know, I did do a replica of... What am I doing? I did a replica of Breezehome. Maybe. It just annoys me that it's so different when they follow so many other things to the letter. I mean, you talk about Proudspire is ridiculously similar. I mean, it has the same little side rooms. It's missing 2 rooms, but I think that it's okay to not have those 2 rooms. It looks almost identical otherwise. So this was my, this is my Breezehome. Yeah. So it's a little brighter, but it's otherwise identical to vanilla. I did, everything you see is in exactly the same spot. Even the cups are spaced the same way that I got them spaced. And you've got, all of it is literally to the letter identical. The bread is turned in the same direction as the bread. Everything was done precisely the way that I could do it. So it's just the first floor, but it took a long time to get it just right. But yeah, it's identical. So I did sort of try to bring it to life. And then, I want to show you something. I'll show you something. I'm making the cat make funny faces. Thank you. I worked really hard on that. It took a lot of photographs of the... You know what I appreciate? Look at all these birch trees. This is exactly where we were in... Ooh, I see it there, I think. Yep. We were exactly here in the game, in Skyrim. And it had all these birch trees, remember? And I was like lusting over the birch tree forest. Well, they did the same thing here, which I appreciate. I do appreciate that they put a birch tree forest in. And here's the lake we were looking at, and even the bridge is the same. They did copy the bridge nicely. And this is, like I said, where the shops are. This farm is here. So it really does. I mean, obviously the forest is a lot thicker in Skyrim. I'm not really sure what the goal was there with making this forest so thin. Maybe they just didn't want to overwhelm our computers or something. I don't know. And then right here is where the orphanage would be. It's right on our left. That empty space there where those 2 guys are fishing, that's what the orphanage is. And then this is the rat bay, which is still in our game, as you can see. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's hard to reproduce. I picked a simple one. I don't envy you for trying to do all of Proudspire like that, but as you can see, it's a little bit bigger here. It's like a wider, more open space. I don't know if, I don't know how I feel about that, but the buildings are not the same. Like, I would guess that if I had to put my finger on it, Honeyside might be that burned down building. That might be what it is. Also, in the game, this whole section here is closed off. You have to go through walls to get to it. It's like the Riften Fishery and the Riften, that might even still be the Riften Fishery. Let me see. But it's all blocked off. Like, you have to actually go through places. Where are we?
Sorry, can't help you.
Are we in the fishery? Like, where the hell are we? Does it not say? Yeah, this is the fishery, I guess. I guess they did a really nice job. I would say it's pleasing. All right, so let's get to work, right? Okay. What shall we start with? I don't know what I want to start with. Let's check out Mizara's Grand Psijic. And I will be right back. I dread a lot of coffee. Hello, miss. Okay. Essential housing tools, turning off the markers. $700 out of 700. We've got no effects, but we've got a really pretty house with ginkgo trees and meridia. And look at this little soiree area. I'm just going to take this whole plate. I might share a few with you guys, but I'm going to keep the rest all for me. And this is their little wine growing operation. Look at the little green grapes. grapes out of. Box of grapes. Got it. Get married! Sorry if I'm a little boring today. I'm a little chill. My brain is very pensive, whether I want to be or not. I never know what to do about these houses that don't close things off. It's like, is there anything here? Am I going to waste everybody's like 5 minutes of time? Hello, Swinks. You missed the, we did a little tour of the real Skyrim. To compare and contrast. I'm drinking all my coffee. So this is just a lovely, I think somebody bought the standard stuff with this, but then added a whole lot to it because some of this looks like the standard base, but there's 700 items in here, so they clearly added more stuff. Museum. GPV. Oh, Grand Psijic, yeah. Well, it depends on what you decide to do with it. If you block off a bunch of it, you can... I mean, it depends on what you want. If you want to use the whole thing, like this person, nothing wrong with that, right? But some people close it off too. I have 2 builds in it, and both of them are, depending on... Oh, I can't get back there. Depending... I'll show you. Depending on the time of year, I have one closed off at any given time. And that way I find it's a lot more bite-sized, you know? Around Christmas time, I have my Nutcracker Suite open. That's funny, I made that on EU to demonstrate something. I used to have all of those side bits closed off. I think because it's Christmas time, I don't bother closing it off. Not Christmas time, because I closed the whole thing off. But this is my entire build for holidays. It's this. This is the Nutcracker Suite with all the food and Christmas trees and a cornucopia. The Rat Kings fighting the toy soldiers and the presents and the, you know, Christmas tree and all that. So that's one build. And that should be closed off. And in fact, I should also have gotten rid of that sky. Hold on. Let me close this off. We're gonna get rid of this guy in the snow. Because it doesn't need to be here for that time of year. Okay. What happened to my fences? I had this whole thing closed off. Go stabby. Alright, so clearly I had the wrong one closed off. I don't know what. And I should have had this one closed off. I wonder if I forgot to update it after Christmas. I must have. What happened to my fence work? All my fences are missing. Whatever. I'll fix this later, but there were fences and they were proper and they looked right. That's good enough for now. Alright, it definitely tells you not to go that way. This is the rest of the year version. And I don't think there's too much running around because it's... You have this little bit, which is a tea garden. You could sit here and... JR made fun of this because that to me is a milk saucer, but he sees it as a gravy bowl, which is what it technically is. So he makes fun of me for it. Says that I'm drinking tea and gravy. And then this is the rest of the build. That's my pagoda. And then the whole build is just this little circle of what do you call them? Little trees. I forget the name of them. Bonsai trees. It's a bonsai garden. So if you cut it, if you make it small enough, it's not overwhelming and you don't need to avoid using it is what I'm getting at. You can use it and still, I mean, make it beautiful and still not have it be humongous that everyone has to go to every single spot to see it. I personally think building over the water is your best bet in this house because it's such a beautiful water scene, but that's just me. You know, you may like something different, but thank you. I have a thing about building over the water in this house, and I think you can make a really gorgeous build if you want to. All right. Next, we're gonna go to Prodigious D's Mystic's Garden Antiquarian, and I'm gonna see if my husband left me another coffee. Or if I'm going to have to beg him to make an early run. You are a very smart man. He is a very smart man. There is the second coffee in the fridge. Yeah, it can be a stunning area. Now, this is Prodigious D's Mystic's Garden. I took a look at this just to see if it had enough in the numbers wise. I didn't do it any other reason. Oh, wow. That's like a skylight almost. And then, wow, a lot of storage. Kitchen. Cubby stuff. Very pleasing. Oh, show me after the event. Let everyone get impressed and surprised, and then I'll show it after, and I'd be happy to show it. I just don't want to spoil it for anyone. Let you impress the hell out of everyone, and then we'll do it. So this is like a museum portion. It is pretty. There's a lot going on up here. Ah, this must be the garden portion with the jerboa. Oh, this is very clever. It does make it seem mystical no matter what plants you put here. It looks super mystical. This is a really good idea. And you could do your alchemy up here and pet your guar. This is so pretty. Great job. Very creative. Very, very, very creative. What are you doing up here, miss?
Someone's treasure.
Yes, I know she rips me off. I don't really care. I see a sneaky sneaky. Aha! There is a sneaky sneaky. There's another alchemy section down here with the evil. I see you, evil lady. Oh, and they closed off the backyard. Clever way to do it, too. Oh, look at that. I wonder if there's a hidden room back there behind the door. That'd be interesting. Very cool house. I like the punchline, so to speak. Let's go to Lucky Cat, Senchal Escape, siomahh. If I had an idea, I would get Lucky Cat, but I don't have any ideas. So I guess I'm not a very lucky cat. Okay, Senchal Escape. Guten Morning. You've got Boethia. I tried to tell Boethia in Skyrim to go to hell because I was not about to bring an innocent person to get murdered for her pleasure. And it didn't work. Oh, look at that. That's like artwork. Didn't work. She's like, well, then you'll be forgotten by history. I'm like, okay, that's great. Now get out of my quest log. And she wouldn't. It was very sad. She's still in my quest log. Messing it up. I like this. It's building out a bit, but I'm surprised about the fencing. It must be to block off that broken ass house. Because there is a broken house that is very ugly. We've got a little fairy over here. We build up to the patio, makes perfect sense. Bottles along the fence are kind of cute. How much? 400 out of 400, no effects. What's inside? Shall we see? Oh, God! I almost missed the dead guy. What on earth? That's not really an escape, is it? I mean, it looks nice, but there's a dead man out front. My realtor showed me this place. Ah. Is there really nothing Trinamac in this game? It sucks. Maybe you could make a Trinamac. or a symbol that represents Trinomach. I don't remember the difference between the two, honestly. There is a difference, but I don't know if I remember it. Oh my god, my computer is so slow. Sorry about the slowness. It's just being ridiculous. Oh yeah, I have seen that. Okay, yeah, I own that, I think. So we've got a little den. And we did see the patio already, but we'll go peek out again. Let me see. Trying to pull something up for you. There is a statue of Trinomach, but in King Korog's house, basically. I'm not sure if they... Maybe you can ask them to release that as a statue. That would be cool. What? There. I mean, they already have the asset. Maybe they never thought to release it, not thinking anybody was interested, you know? Did they close off the upstairs? No, I'm just blind. Maybe I'm turned around now. Here we go. It's got lots of this glowy blue going on. Not sure where the glowy blue is coming from, though. Some sort of light bleed from the basement. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. They put one upside down. It looks so good like that. I'm gonna steal that idea. I'm an idea thief. The bear represents Trinomach. The little bear and the little mammoth. The little bear represents Trinomach's house. And I'm guessing the little mammoth is Malakath. If I had to guess. I did not know that the bear was a mammoth. I mean, the bear was Trinomach. It's their house symbol. Wonder if it says that in the flavor text. Percolate and yes, percolate, percolate, percolate. Mammoth statue thinger. Mammoth! Alright, so this is the bear. And this is the mammoth. It says nothing. Really? That's lame. I wonder. I wonder if we can get to the bottom of it somehow. I'm going to look it up, but the other thing you can always do, which I'm sure you've done, is go in here and search by Trinimac, which says nothing. You search by Malakath, you get nothing. Lame. Orc. Wow, you're really limited here. That really sucks. I wonder if there's a difference between Malakath versus Trinimac. Like what, like how do they, are they the same one or are they different? They are two different people. Or not. They are the same person. Oh my god, this is so confusing. Malakath was Trinimac. It changed them from High Elves into Orsimer. Oh my gosh, I don't know anymore. Oh, I know what you could do. You could Oh my god. I just realized what you should do. Trinimac confronted Veloth and his followers. Boethia appeared and swallowed Trinimac whole. Sometime after, Boethia excreted Trinimac, who had become Malakath. So why not make him into poop? Have a Boethia statue and then a poop next to him. And there you go. You're all set. Oh, horrible person. Why do you guys put up with me? Alright, let's go to Tienchi's Streamside Manor, Serenity Falls. I'm sorry I'm so all over the place today. I'm doing the best I can, but I'm so confused and out of it. Okay, fine. So, Tienchi, just a small suggestion. I think you need a tiny bit of light here. It's kind of hard to see anything right when you walk in, and you got some nice statuary and whatnot. Maybe hang some lanterns from these close by trees and you can have a really pretty entrance light. I love what you did to the water. In fact, I'm not entirely sure how you did it. What are these glowy bits? Does anyone know what this glow? Oh, 20 effects. Those are effects. Oh, wow. That looks fantastic. Never would have guessed. They look so natural. I thought they were some sort of thing underneath. That's fabulous. And look at that waterfall over there. Very nicely done. See, that makes me want to put glowies all over mine too. It's not just the vines, there are effects. Isn't that amazing? Look at what they've done. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful change. That's effects too. You know, the only thing I would change? I would make them completely not transparent. That way you don't see the grating behind it. It would make them completely opaque. But otherwise, that's, what a change. No, I knew what the vines were. It was the glow. Very talented. I'm sorry, somebody was asking me about how to start the Vardenfell / Clockwork quest line. You can't because it starts tomorrow. Wow, look at this. How stunning. This house isn't even part of the house. This reminds me of Joda's Embrace. They built out enough that it looks like Joda's Embrace. The other thing to remember is sorry, people keep asking about that mainline quest. If you want to open up the crows, you have to do the main quest in Clockwork. The crows ask you for junk every day. Never mind. This guy's got to look it up. Just told them to look it up. But if you are going to do it tomorrow, you might want to hold on to not opening anything until tomorrow. Or maybe not even doing it until tomorrow. Like, hold off on the crow quest, pick it up today, do it tomorrow. That's beautiful also. I love the fact that you picked this brownish color. It looks fantastic. That looks really good too. That shower. There's a lot going on in here. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, it starts tomorrow. And oh wow. That's cool. We didn't even open a door to get in there. I'm not even sure how... Is this still the porch? Like, I'm so confused by this house right now. I mean, it's fabulous. It's an incredible meld of cobbling, beautiful decorating, and on top of which you've got excellent use of effects. I mean, it's subtle and beautiful. Who did they pick to be? Kinnereth. They picked Kinnereth. Who's healing, I guess. And then they have this outdoor little patio. So we're not even in the house. Like, I don't know how they managed this. This must be the barn. I am so turned around that it just occurred to me that this is just the barn. This isn't even the main house. They closed off the main house. Ah, now I get it. Beautiful. Beautifully done. This is a house you should see in person because I'm having trouble really kind of grasping it. Oops, sorry. Let's do Wizard of Cor's Temple Akatosh, Hall of Lunar Champion. Okay. 20 items. I mean, 20 effects, not 20 items. 56 effects. Jesus. I love how things catch up and then you're like, oh, what? 640 items. They've turned this front area into a library. With skooma smoking, of course. I just would add a few, it's funny, sound like a broken record, but I would add a few more lights here because you're trying to display items. And I think if you're going to try to display them, you need them better lit because it's hard to see what you have in those library shelves. And you clearly have stuff in the library shelves. So maybe put a candle next to the things you want people to see. Like, this is fine. Kitchens are usually dark. And the red light in the bedroom is actually really good. I'm kind of looking forward to having an event that I'll actually do instead of a PvP one, which I'll barely do. All right, so we've got, even though it's Akatosh, we have Azura here. I wonder if they're friends. Akatosh is kind of evil, though, so I'm not really sure they would be friends. Akatosh is Alduin, isn't it? I can never remember. And he wants to, like, eat the world. I don't think he's a very good boy. I went the wrong way. I liked what they did with the ivy. Now, there's a stairway down. I just have to find it. There it is. I'll just jump onto it from here. Okay. Oh, wow, look at that. It's a portal with labels. That's smart. Huh. Oh, you're right. According to Parthenax, Alduin was considered the greatest of Akatosh's creations. The Nords saw Alduin as the god of time, aka Akatosh. Okay, I'll see you later. So it seems that some people consider them the same person, but others considered the Altmer refer to Akatosh as Oriel. The Nords call him Alduin. What a confusion. I think they're trying to retcon it in this book by saying, even though the Nords thought it was, that they were the same thing. I'm sorry. I'm interested in lore. Lore fascinates me. That's all that is. Wizardofcor is doing, you're doing what I think you should do in the front room, putting candles next to the things you want to highlight. You should do the same thing as you're doing here. I find it to be fascinating. I mean, I think it's an interesting, frankly, I'd throw myself completely into it, except my brain, it's so full of shit. It's like, do I really want to spend the remaining brain cells I have to memorize lore that doesn't exist? What am I going to do with it, right? Like, what am I going to do without lore? How is that going to be useful in the long run? It's not. Well, this book says this is a book from ESO, or not from ESO, from what game is this from? I don't remember what book. Akatosh Dichotomy. I don't know which game that's in. Yeah, lore can be very confusing. Oh, look at this lovely redo of this house. This house is usually crappy, but you added a second floor. I love the wall coverings. It's very elegantly done. I like this, wizard. It looks good. Lovely. Nice red guard turn on it. Okay. Let's do siomahs. Did we do a siomahh? Give me a moment. I did. I read all the library too. I have multiple times, but it's not all in my head. It goes away. You know? It just escapes like so much dust. Okay, we're gonna go over... No, we're not. I'm stupid. Hold on. We're gonna go to Muscle Geeks Forsaken. I've actually read all of the books from all of the games, even the crappy, boring ones from, you know, Arena and whatnot, because I'm just fascinated by it. For 57 out of 646 effects. We've got Muscle Geek 740. And wow, what have they created? Oh, I just love how many people are now using effects. It's so nice to see people really making use of them. I'm curious what they're going for. They've got alien markings. This looks like it's under construction a little bit. Although this could be just a meeting room. Just like crafted from nothing. I like that. Oh, pretty. Nice choice. Oh, wow. Nice job. That looks fantastic. What an interesting creation. Isn't this statue Trinimac? No, I guess not. Different helmets. Trinimac has like a bent-in helmet. And we've got an amazingly done. This is actually really spectacularly done because what's cool about it, and I have problems doing this, look at how bright and colorful it is. It really, like, the colors all match. They look fantastic together. The same, they're just the same. You know what you could do? Just put the word Trinimac on the bottom. Doesn't have to necessarily be an official Trinimac one. And then we've got the papers spinning around, which is also an effect. I really like your fish tank. Your fish tank is pretty spectacular. Kitchen. An orc is an orc is an orc, maybe? Perhaps? Am I as boring today as I feel like I am? Or am I just imagining it? Is this like an off day, you guys think? I'm a little distracted, but I just feel like I'm so boring today. Nice bedroom. Looks like a big screen TV. Now I have all of the Skyrim music stuck in my head. It's a law. Alright, let's move on. Thank you, Swanks. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it! Alright, let's go to Longbeardpirate, Cavern of Knowledge, Coldharbour. I'm all over the place today. My brain is full of squirrels, as often Ollie says. Brain squirrels. Brain squirrels! So in idea of the day, I posted a pipe, like a smoking pipe, an umbrella, and a top hat. So if you're looking to create any of those things, there are some of them up. This is amazing. Holy crow. This is 700 out of 700 and no effects. It's a ginormous library / aquarium. Oh my goodness, is that beautiful? How did they... So those must be torch bugs. And way in the back, behind the Daedric Rock, they have multiple of nimbuses. Nimbi. That make it look like it's moving water. Someone sacrificed a lot to make this look that way. That is spectacular and a nifty trick. What's nice about this is something that people on console can do. I know we have some console viewers who are upset that they can't use EHT to replicate water. Well, here you go. You can't replicate water, but what you can do is hide a nimbus behind either Daedric Rock or something else dark and use torch bugs in front of it. There's your trick. So if you want to use that, it's a really good way of faking it. Beautiful, too. Look at this library. Oh, and they've got the water light, too. That giant, big old light that casts the water feature on the wall. That works, too. Then they made a separate one in the back. That looks like it's got to be at least 2 nimbi. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, my husband, he woke me up at 5 snoring, and I couldn't get back to sleep. He's so bad. His snoring is so bad. It never occurred to me to use those as underwater, and they're just brilliant. It's a cool trick. I'm going to try to remember it so that people can, you know, if people ask who are on console, I'm going to try to remember. I mean, it's just amazing. This is a fantastic coldharbour. It really is. I would be really proud of this. It reminds me a lot of like a non-shitty lake mire, right? You can look forward at it and enjoy the pretty. Kitten 620, bouldertree, woodland fairy. Kitten! Well, part of what it is I've been, you know how tired I've been. I've been exhausted. I haven't been acting like myself. I've been very, very exhausted. And I ended up taking a Xanax last night and going to sleep during the day and sleeping like I was out. And I felt so much better when I woke up. I definitely got a lot of restful sleep. 400 out of 400, we're in a woodland fairy home, and you can definitely tell it's magical looking. They've created this not a beach chair. I guess this would be a yard chair or something. I don't know what to call it. Where you can just relax. They've cobbled it. Cobble, 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 cobble. Cobbleable fairy house. I think they closed off the main. You can't go in the pods, which is fine. I could do without pods, and I can do without poo houses. They just don't do it for me. I appreciate, oh, they did use it, but in a very pretty way. Got, this is lovely. A very pretty garden. You know, my husband was saying to me yesterday when we were looking at, I was showing him the Skyrim forts, and I was trying to figure out what the roofing was, and I remember I was showing you guys. And I was showing it to him, and I said, what do you think this is? And he's like, you're thinking too deeply about this, because in reality, this wouldn't work. This is a shitty fort. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, because you need a space for the fire to escape, because otherwise it's not gonna, you know, you'll just be full of smoke. I'm like, they have fireplaces. It's not like, I don't know. But I think it's realistic. I kind of want to build one. In here, obviously, in the game. What a very enchanted seeming room. I like this. The whole thing. I wonder if the owner is the woodland fairy. And up we go. Very pretty. And now we have this spot over to look outside. There's all sorts of little twists and turns in this place. I don't know why that bugs me so much. I don't know why this whole subject bothers me, that I can't figure these things out. I guess because I'm into housing. I like this a lot, Kitten. If I miss anything, let me know. I'm a little bit distracted, so I can see myself missing it. It's true. Irelandtweaky. Let's do your exorcised. I don't have a huge house in me right now. But, you know, it's also a fantasy. Like, for example, my character does not poop. And my character in Skyrim doesn't eat. So, yes, I have a lovely figure, but eventually I would become emaciated and die. 186. I don't think we're done in here. Hello. We're going to go over to EU shortly. Nobody wants me to change off the kitty. I am lawyer kitty forever. Okay, this one's done. Brown topal. I didn't have it in me, but because your other one wasn't finished yet, I will make it as if I do have it in me. So, we've got like a little coral outpost here. I have a feeling someone turned off your lights on you. Got a little spot to be out here and enjoy the water. That looks nice like that, actually. All the fishies and the fishing poles down there. I like the additional grasses. They look right. What, that I never eat and don't poop? I mean, yeah. But it's a fantasy. You're allowed to think like that. I also am probably about 100 pounds when I'm playing that character. And I'm all for it. I'm gorgeous. I got big old boobs and tiny little tummy, long hair. I look gorgeous. I would totally hit it myself if I looked like that. Oh, you mean the cat? I thought you meant the way that we're all so skinny and adorable. Yeah, I'm changing it. Hold on. Trying to find a good one. I did one of those yesterday. I'll just be a berry again. Yeah, it's true. Come on, load. All right, I'm a berry. This is quite pretty. Oh no, you're fine. I'm distracted. I have brain squirrels. You're fine. Everybody can enjoy another silly one. Oh, a crafting house. Okay, this makes sense. They even use the upper space for storage. I do appreciate you're not currently cooking me. Usually I find that people in their crafting homes do put out several potatoes, and I feel attacked, personally. Personally attacked. I have one chonker character. I have, it's called Eats All the Tofu. And I do. I eat all of the tofu. Like, it doesn't last in my house. I have a thing. It's consistency thing. I think it's because it has a similar, when it's firm and it's squished, it has the same consistency as, like, bread or whatever. Yeah. So, I love the consistency. And so, my, Eats All the Tofu is a little chubby Argonian. I guess because it's fantasy and I'm never going to look like that, I'm okay with changing up my character in Skyrim, but maybe next time I'll just be a normal looking human instead of this superhuman looking character. Oh look, it's like a little band down there. They've got the bells and they've got a drum. Maybe this is the lead singer's spot. Smoke machine. Because I'm definitely going to play again, because now I finally got the settings the way that I want them, and I'm like practically done with the game. I already have the Elder Scroll. So it's frustrating. It's like, finally figured it all out. Alright, one last place to check, and then we'll head over to EU. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything over here. Itchy nose. A little spot to sit and drink. A little hammock. Very pretty. Alright, let's head over. My ex-husband made a gnome, and he made it stupid cute, and I don't know the reasoning behind it, but it was female. Ah! Yeah, it's true. forgot about the cows. I quit before the cows. No, I quit. The cows were always in it. It was the bulls, whatever. I quit before the koalas, or whatever the frig they were. Pandas? Koalas, listen to me. I don't feel fireworky today. Well, guys want to, what's the word? RP that the hot chick is into them. You know? Alright, now are you? Okay. Is anybody in Hrothgar? Yes. I want to check something. Not the place in Hrothgar I wanted to go, but whatever. All right. Who was telling me I should go visit their house? It was Noah. Raven? I must have already seen it. Walkingspanish is Ravenhurst. You're a giant prawn. Sure, your stuff is amazing. Seriously, your stuff is incredible. Alright, let's finish up Walkingspanishes and then we'll go. I do too. Which one's the prawn? Lodge. First of all... Oh, there we go. Trinamac up top. I love the windows. The windows are incredible. Oh, look at the piano. That is pretty spectacular. Exorcised? All right. And then we have breakfast or lunch, whatever it is. Very cozy feeling in here. We have our waitress. Stuff in the... Oh, look at that! I love that it has the scoops in it. That's adorable. Here's the sink with bubbles. What did they use to make the... Oh, I know what that is. That's the bottom of this sea serpent statue. Isn't that funny? I love all the little details. Look at this. All the details. You've got the upside down cups. You've got stuff in the upper cubbies. You've got plates stacked. These are the crystals, the void crystals, bottoms, used as glass. And somehow they managed to use the void crystal this way too. I think that's a void crystal. I'm not even sure how they did a lot of this. This is a little... That must be the dwarven fountain? Though it won't tell me. I think this is the dwarven fountain. And I think they poked crystals through it. That's, you know, it's funny when at first sight when you come in here, you're like, oh, it didn't even realize it's not a piano, it's an organ. I didn't even realize when you first come in here, it looks so subtle that you can't really tell that it's this complicated. But then when you look at it a little longer, you realize what you're seeing is rather complex. There's a lot of things going on. Got a fish tank. Like I said, I was thinking they used, I think they used void crystals, the bottoms of void crystals. I've seen people do that before, and it comes up with that color. Then we have, this is a nice jacuzzi area. And that's just mirrors, if you want to do that trick. And then this, oh, look at that. How could you not have this light on? It's spectacular. Look at that boudoir lamp. Ah, that thing is amazing. What a brilliant job you did on that. Stunning. I love it. Now, we can't go in the yard, I don't think. They put a door over it, so we can't really go into it. But, I mean, it's lovely. Beautifully lovely. All right, we're going to drop stitches. Enchanted. The Mechanical Prawn. The pond prawn. Well, that's why it looked kind of minimal, even though it was full. Because they had to use so many pieces to create each cobbled thing. That's the problem with cobbling. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. What on earth made you decide? This is exorcised. The last one, this is dropstitch. The previous one was walkingspanish, and it was ravenhurst. I mean, it's amazing. I don't know what would even make you think, I'm going to make a giant prawn that's robotic. I mean, not that it's a bad idea. It's clever as heck. But, wow. That's something. Oh, you can ride it. Oh my god. You know, this actually just reminds me more of like a mechanical silt strider. Wouldn't it though? It reminds me of a silt strider because you can ride it like a silt strider would, you know. Too bad I can't take a good picture of this with me on it. 'Tis a shame. Riding the prawn. Ah, he's gonna grab me with his claws. Look at those clampy teeth, too. Not a nice prawn. This prawn will not let you eat him. That's crazy. While you were admiring the prawn, I will be right back. I have to use the restroom again because I'm drinking too much coffee. I'm back. It is. It's awesome. Well, that's because I pay them to do that, right? No, I don't. I'm kidding. Tempestys, let's go to your twin arches. I love your prawn. You're funny and really talented. When did you get in here? You guys gotta see this. It's pretty cute. I'm going to put up what I just took a picture of on general in the Discord. This is on a current image, current events. Okay. She's such a goof nut. That's Sherry. She is listening to the stream from her princess perch. So somebody else used effects. This is 14 effects out of 200 or 200 items. Tempestys is, it's like a little garden house. Even though it's a twin arches, which is rather dry, it's not very dry. Oh, look at that stairway. They didn't make it very dry. They made it beautiful. The leaves falling are also effects, which I like. See those leaves? It's true. Oh, wow. How elegant in here. I would not have expected this. I love the reskin. For those of you looking for what this texture is, it drove me crazy for a long time until somebody finally told me it's the back of the Eleanor stairs. That is where people get that texture from. Got a cobbled oven. Two little Muppets having noms. Those flowers over there are effects, as are the ivy. And then we have flowers. Oh, look at the little roses. Oh, how cute. And got stuff by the tub. Very romantic. And then there's a stairway. I want to try out the stairway. Petals. Oh my goodness. They solved the problem. You can actually go all over this. They just skipped the spot where you can't go on the ceiling. They went a little higher. Look, I don't even know how they did that. I guess they just built out all the way you can build out. I guess it's not completely... It feels bigger, but I guess it isn't. Beautiful. I really like this. What a view. Imagine getting your photos in front of that for your wedding. Very nice, Tempestys. Let's go to Shadows of Sirius. Earth Tower. We have not done an Earth Tower. It is really cool. For those of you who didn't or can't see the picture, I'll see if you guys can see it this way. That is Sherry being a lazy butt is what she's being. She's right behind us. Oh, Earth Tear. Why did I think it was an erstwhile? 4 effects, 504 items. I think the effects are mostly portals. Is this done? It doesn't seem done. No, I think things are just laying around. Or they're for sale? I can't tell. This might be a sale house. We've got Rishi Case's Autumnscape. Now you get an ice cream cone. $200 out of 200. Oh, pretty. They built up. Nice. Oh, look at this little spot. Very dwarven. Got a light shining. I bet you if we saw this at night, it would be really cool. Those lights, almost like lasers shining on the statue. And another little spot over here. And then we go inside. I am. So this is someone's bedroom / where they get ready. They broke this up, obviously. This house does not have walls like this. These are added spaces. This is an added kitchen, and the other side is an added other thing, whatchamacallit, bedroom. Now, you know, about this texture, I was looking at a bowl of soup in Skyrim the other day, and I swear to you, it's the same exact texture. I want to take a picture of it and put it side by side and compare it. By the way, if you want to make anything smoke like it's cooked or whatever, just use incense under it. Hide incense under it, and then you've got hot food. So, beautiful, beautiful home. All right. What haven't we done? We have not done Sleek Creek. Let's go to Ironfale's RP Simple Inn Sleek Creek. The creek that is sleek. You want out? I knew you couldn't be happy for long. Changuita! Has been a while, Changuita. Alright. Now, these inns are always, that Ironfale does, are always light on items. Because it's more so about the RP that's going to take place than it's about what is actually in the house. Although that garden is pretty inspired. And then we have the stuff outside. She'll feed you if you want to eat outside. And then here's the inn on the indoors, where you can either sleep or eat with the shady character over here. Another fun RP house that really leaves things open to the imagination. All right. Tell Galen, hawkhammerfist traveler trap. That's a little intimidating there. Wonder what's going on. 700 out of 700. Looks like it's all on the inside, or at least that a lot of it's going to be on the inside. Yeah, it's all on the inside. They didn't do anything outside. That's a shame. It's a really beautiful outside. I'd at least put a chair at the end of the dock just to sit and look out when the sun sets, because it's lovely. I wonder when it would become... I wonder what event it would go with. It's not Vardenfell, I guess. This is lovely. They made it more underwatery over here. I don't think that each house is going to be the same. Only if you delete the saved variables / the Lua. When a minion asks you to, do you want to uninstall the saved variables, you say no. Oh wow, they made a person. Then it will not uninstall your saved files. It won't bother it, and you can reinstall safely as well. Only time it ever is going to lose it is if it deletes the save variables. Which you never want to have happen, basically. Oh, shoot, I went out the wrong way. Wait, did I? What just happened? Oh, the suite. Yeah, you can whitelist something in McAfee, which is interesting because it was sent to McAfee and they know it's not a virus. They approved it as safe. Interesting. Maybe they forgot. They're so clueless sometimes. The things they forget to do. Well, maybe it'll be a surprise. And then this is a machinery room. I don't have McAfee specifically, but in most things you can right-click it and add to whitelist different things. Or go into settings and add to whitelist. And on the whitelist you would want to put that exe, which is in the add-ons folder. And then this is more of a library / bedroom. Oh, look at the bunnies. And then the magic bedroom upstairs. Oh, it's a bar. Is this a nightclub? This is like a nightclub. Oh, no, it's not. They're making some sort of... This is a lab, not a nightclub. I saw drinks and I got excited, thought it was a nightclub, but no, it's a mad scientist room, which makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking. Very cool. Like got a little laser machine. Nice little cabinet, handmade. Interesting. I don't know if that's for storage. Looks like it's probably storage. You know, you hang your pieces up there until you're ready to use them. The red crystals, the blue crystals, the green crystals, the machine, you know, interact with everything. That is pretty neat. I think we're going to do one more. Hit ! Potato if you haven't. For PCNA, PCEU, I'm giving away 50,000 gold every day. So go ahead and enter it. And I will pull the contest. I will try not to. It's tempting to just drink random things that are sitting around in people's houses, but I'll avoid it. work. They must not have the EH. Oh, there it is. Ah, I've seen this. This was very cool. So go ahead and enter. This will just transfer you to each of these people's. Okay. And then let's pull a contest. Did it just crash? No, it didn't just crash. It looked like it crashed on me. The winner is... Ollie, didn't you win yesterday? Ollie, did you win yesterday? I know you did. I'm gonna pull another one. Loa, are you on PCNA or PCEU? And I'm giving it to Ollie too. Don't worry. I'm just gonna give out 2 today. I don't remember if Loa's on NA or EU. I probably should have waited until I was answered before I logged to go to NA. Whoopsie. Yep, 2 winners this time. See, NA is not a problem because I have all the monies. It's EU that sometimes is an issue, but isn't currently. Grazie. Is Lois still around? Loa back? No? Well, I'll write it down. And I'll bug them yet tomorrow. All right. I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And enjoy your J-Heart in just about 15 minutes. Or less, actually. 12 minutes. So I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.